Okay, this is Deborah Veras, owner of Synergy Unlimited and Passionate Living Now. And I am here in my office at the beach, and I am so excited to be able to do this weblog. I was actually inspired by P. Diddy, believe it or not. I was on YouTube and I saw his video and I was like, wait a minute. I need to stop writing my little blogs and get into vlogs because it seems a lot more fun. And then you get to know me. Anyway, listen to this. I was taking a walk on the beach just to kind of get some clarity. And rather than go into a place of worry and fear and anxiety and separation, to really do some prayer and meditation work to remember the truth that there is an infinite source and supply, that abundance is flowing. Some people call it an economic crisis. Other people call it an economic shift. And we all know shift happens. I think that's a funny joke. And so money is still circulating just as much as before. It's just in a different direction. Many things going green, many things going technology. Anyway, I'm not an economist, but I did consult one who told me that when we bounce back, it's not just going to be a little bit. It's going to be trampoline bounce. So I definitely want to be there. Anyway, so here I am in my spiritual contemplation mode, and I had an epiphany that I wanted to share with you. I realized that in my life, in all areas of my life, career, finances, relationships, I felt like I was at a crossroads, like I was at a T. Things were coming to a halt and a little bit stagnant. And so I realized that the only way to solve this human condition was with a spiritual solution. Einstein says you can't solve a problem from the place it's created. So obviously, being a spiritual counselor, I look for spiritual solutions. And so I realized in that moment that rather than seeing it as crossed, I needed to expand my awareness. And I literally got this feeling of expansion in my body, of like a cocoon that was birthing a butterfly and just expanding and expanding. And I realized that I needed to see things as parallel and rather than perpendicular, that I needed to shift my perspective and my paradigm. And as I did that on my inner world, my inner mind, that everything on the external would change and expand. Areas that seemed blocked or challenged would now see opportunities. And as I had this realization, I just felt a click. I felt like there was a new inspiration, a new hope, a new way of being. And when I came back to work in my computer, I'm sitting at my monitor and I'm working away. And all of a sudden, my monitor, literally out of nowhere, goes from being horizontal to being vertical. And if you don't believe me, you can look for yourself. See my beautiful computer, I'm doing a wonderful spreadsheet. It is actually vertical. And it's kind of inconvenient to be vertical, and I can't get it back. You want to see my ocean view? There's my ocean view. Isn't that cool? There's my car. It's very dirty. And then my ocean view right there. You hear the ocean? So anyway, back to this new view of life. So all of a sudden, there is an outpicturing of what eternally I had the realization of. And that just shows you that our inner world creates our outer world. But we spend so much time trying to think about and problem solve and use our left brain to solve a problem that we can't solve at the level of the problem. That we absolutely have to rise above, shift our perspective, change our paradigm, and from this expanded place of awareness, we have solutions. So I'm inviting you to join me in doing this. So if you feel challenged financially or career-wise or in relationships or spiritually, that to not ask, how can I solve the problem, but how can I shift my perspective of this issue, of this challenge, so that I can see the solution that is already there? So I've already had miracles that were happening from this realization, and so I hope you will too. If you want more tools and tips on how you can do that, I invite you to join my free newsletter at www.synergyunlimited.net. I also have weekly meditation groups, private counseling sessions, and quarterly retreats. You can go to Passionate Living Now. So anyway, remember, with the power of synergy, anything is possible. Bye.